what kind of budget do you need to realistically be looking at putting into LinkedIn ads in order to be able to do some of the optimization and stuff that you need to stand a chance of it all working? Because otherwise you're just putting up an ad, putting up an audience and sort of crossing your fingers and hoping that you've chosen the right combination.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think $100 ad credit is just a tease because what I recommend to people is it's usually around $5,000 in spend. I mean, and again, at North American prices, so there might be a discount there if you're somewhere else in the world. But you want to spend about $5,000 before you have statistically significant results. And so for them to offer a free $100 when you still have to come up with $4,900, it's not that huge of a benefit. There are some podcasts where LinkedIn's a sponsor where I've heard a $500 credit. And again, even that's like a spend 500 and get 500. And even still, I'm like, ooh, if someone came to me and they said, hey, we've spent $1,000 on LinkedIn ads, I'd be like, great. You can't really tell if it worked or not, right? Like this does need to be it does need to be a bigger investment because LinkedIn charges a premium price for their traffic. And it also needs to be a long-term investment because unless you already have warm traffic, website traffic, a list that already knows, likes, and trusts you, you're not going to see results ultra quickly. You're going to see, I have to rack up those 17 interactions before someone is ready to buy. And from the time people spend on LinkedIn, those 17 interactions can take months, maybe even years to rack up. So this isn't a short-term play. I would highly caution anyone against like, oh, let me just try out this $100 and see if it works. You're really not going to know if it works.
Yeah. And just to broaden the discussion, Google Ads is exactly the same. There's a few $100 or a few £100 of, ad credits kicking around for people to reactivate their ad account on Google. But it's the same principle. It's a tiny fraction of what you need to spend to actually get to the point where anything meaningful is happening or any conclusions can be reached.